Ach, die mögen sich.
Ja, aber keiner nimmt seinen Job richtig ernst anscheinend.
Hm.
Und wir dürfen uns darauf freuen, dass Grimbarrier demnächst mal wieder auftaucht. Halleluja.
Mhm.
Then, the day after Elma attacked our ship, we arrived at Port Natalia. It's a port city in the southwest of the Sentora continent that has deep traditions. Meine Güte, heute wieder. Ups. Und das Mausrad, wenn ich es kurz nach oben drücke aus Versehen, kann man den gesamten Chat nochmal ansehen. Interessant. I'm finally on the Sentora continent. Stepping onto a new continent for the first time, I felt a surge of emotion.
Unlike Eliasport, this place is quite lively.
This is the main port for the Sentora continent, so even though they can trade with the Elias continent, it doesn't seem to have changed much. The main street has a lot of shops lining the sides with travelers quickly going to and fro. Surprisingly, among them was... a mermaid?
Would you like some mermaid-made grilled starfish?
The woman selling the bizarre food is definitely a mermaid. She is not the only one too. Throughout the town there are a few mermaids. They look used to being on land and are slowly walking on their tail fin. What does this mean?
According to the book, Port Natalia is a port town that has a lot of mermaids. This town accepts mermaids as residents. But your clothes? Ja, ich weiß auch nicht, irgendwie muss ich grad,
But your clothes look so ragged. Are you being enslaved by a bad man?
By a bad man,
I'm
my clothes... My clothes are ragged because I just can't make any money. If you feel sorry for me, please buy my grilled starfish.
Luca was forced to buy grilled starfish. Wer wird den wohl essen?
Stimmt, ja.
Anyway, this is a good town, isn't it? Humans and monsters are getting along. That's my dream, of course. Even if it's limited to mermaids here, it's still a wonderful sight.
By the way, where are we headed to now?
For now, we'll head towards the San Elia castle to the west. The faith in Elias is very strong there, so they sure give a warm welcome to a hero.
Will they also welcome fake heroes?
I have the heart of a hero.
Oh, wie putzig.
Yeah, San Elia is also a theocratic city where the king is the high priest. I'd love to be able to receive the wisdom of the high priest as a hero.
I don't particularly want to go. The food seems bad too.
Jeez, of course it's about the food. Suddenly a beautiful mermaid comes up to me.
Excuse me? Mr. Traveler, could I speak with you for a moment?
Yes, of course.
I noticed your sword and couldn't help but think you weren't an ordinary person.
Yes, seeing this, I could see why someone would think I'm strange. Ja, unser tolles Schwert.
Das ist so cool.
Anyone who would think someone carrying this was ordinary would be strange themselves.
Someone who wields such an extraordinary weapon? Would you be willing to listen to my story?
Before I could respond, suddenly a large sound rings out. Uh-oh. What the? An explosion?
Yeah!
The ground shook violently. Zunge tot, bitte neue Ohren. The ground ich krieg's nicht mehr hin, ey. The ground shook violently as the explosion rang out. A building across the plaza had suddenly collapsed. What happened?
That building. Oh no, the mermaid school.
All the mermaids start to run towards the ruins of the building. What happened?
Isn't that the mermaid school? What happened?
All the nearby residents of Port Natalia start to gather around the building.
I smell gunpowder. It seems like it was a bomb.
A bomb? A lot of mermaids are crawling out of the rubble as soldiers try to save the wounded. Stunned, we will only be able to watch the scene in silence.
Thank goodness it doesn't seem like too many were hurt. My tail got burned!
As they continue rescuing the wounded, I don't hear any of the soldiers calling out about any dead. It looks like the monsters' bodies are a lot stronger than humans. I let out a relieved sigh at that. But then I see a familiar face in the crowd. You!
What's wrong, Luca?
The man slips back into the crowd. He must have been the one to set the bomb.
What's wrong, Luca? You're sweating a lot. Is that filthy man from before an acquaintance of yours?
Acquaintance? No. That guy probably doesn't recognize me. He was my father's closest friend. That explosion at the mermaid school was undoubtedly his doing. You're still doing these things, Lazarus. Let's continue on, Alice. We don't have time to waste. I have to hurry up and change this world so guys like that can keep doing whatever they please.
No, let's rest in the town for tonight. Are you not aware of how worked up you are?
Eh? After she said that, I noticed that my body was shaking, with sweat pouring off my face. I'm fine.
You idiot, don't say that when you look so horrible. Let's find a hotel and rest for the night.
But as I struggle, Alice forcefully drags me to a hotel. Was lernen wir daraus? Leg dich nicht mit Alice an.
Mhm.
Und ich habe die Befürchtung, dass das wieder eine Szene wird, gleich die ich rausschneiden darf. Juhu!
Könnte passieren, ja. Da ist schon mal im Bett bereit.
Yep. Thanks, Alice. I'm feeling better already.
By the way, who was that filthy man? As soon as you saw him, your face got really pale.
He's one of the leaders of the fanatical Elias Kreutz group. He might be the top leader at this point.
Elias Kreutz? Just by the name, I already don't like it.
They're horrible. They take a fanatical view of Elias' teachings and advocate the extermination of all monsters. Thou shalt not have intercourse with monsters. They interpret that as meaning that you shouldn't have any contact at all. Don't talk to monsters, don't even look at them. In order for humans to not communicate with monsters at all, they decided to exterminate all of them. They're worthless fanatics.
I see. So you would be their enemy with what you're trying to do. Coexistence is the opposite of their goals, after all.
Even among humans, there are some horrible people. They preach about wanting to eradicate all monsters. Not even just the ones on the roads attacking humans, but organizing and attacking monster settlements and towns. I can't allow something like that to happen.
I see, so they must have attacked the mermaid school then. Sheesh. Among the worthless humans were people even more worthless.
But most people don't listen to them. Even back in Elias' village, where the belief in Elias' teachings is strong, they think Elias Kreutz is too radical. They're just indiscriminately killing and destroying things.
So even among humans, they all ostracize those guys. Being isolated and rejected probably drove them into even more of a frenzy. How worthless.
Alice sighs deeply. Coexistence is going to be tough with people like that among us.
I see. But still, I'm surprised. I thought you didn't understand the word at all. Just skipping through your life with your head full of sugar and rainbows.
How rude! I'm not ignorant of the world. Just after responding, I thought of something. If Alice doesn't know who was responsible for the slaughter of Romina... No way! Do you think Elias Kreutz had something to do with the slaughter of Romina?
You must be joking. Thousands of humans and monsters lived in Remina. How could a fanatical organization like that have enough strength to massacre them all?
That's true. Eliaskreuz isn't a large organization. Even with such tense relations, they still don't have the support of the people. Slaughtering an entire town by themselves couldn't have been possible.
By the way, I'm hungry.
Yep.
Oh.
Gut, dass wir eine Safe Location haben dafür. Da weiß ich ja, ab welchem Punkt ich euch wieder dazu blenden darf, Leute. Wir sehen uns gleich wieder. Endlessly squeezing everything out of me, my vision starts to fade.
Phew, is that already the last drop? It also looks like you fainted. Fainting after having everything squeezed out, how pathetic. But your semen was delicious.
Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. And in the end, she really did suck out all. With that final thought, I lose consciousness. Yay!
Safe location!
Das ist doch ein Speicherpunkt wert.
For the win.
Ach, weil wir jetzt wieder träumen dürfen, oder was? Ist das nicht irgendwie so, wie soll ich das beschreiben, unchristlich?
Ein bisschen schon.
Ich meine, es ist so, als wenn du gerade den schmutzigsten Sex deines ganzen Lebens hättest und auf einmal träumst du vom Papst vor dir oder sowas.
Ja, ich glaube, die stehen hier irgendwie so auf Widersprüche und so. Ich wette, irgendwann wird der Priester auch noch eine perverse Rolle spielen in diesem Spiel. Das wäre irgendwie, das würde dem Ganzen noch so die Krone aufsetzen, ja.
Ja.
So, ich nehme mal an, 3 Fragezeichen, das bin ich dann.
Ja,
ne?
die drei Fragezeichen.
Yay! Luca? Oh, brave Luca.
Peter Shaw, bist du das? Elias? Schade.
Hätte ja klappen können. Luca, you are an unblessed hero.
Really? I'm actually a hero? Not a fake hero, right?
Yes, you are a hero. So you must never forget your responsibility as a hero.
Of course. I'll defeat the monsters who harm humans. And use my sword to protect the weak. And...
Defeat the monster lord, hero Luca. That is the duty of a hero.
That's... Ja.
Oh, da fordert sie aber eine ganze Menge.
Es ist unsere ursprüngliche Aufgabe, aber... Was...
Trotzdem.
Wie sollen wir damit umgehen?
Ich will nicht, dass er Alice tötet.
Ja, ich glaube er auch nicht. Von daher, wie wird er damit umgehen? Was er momentan dann tut, spricht nämlich gegen seinen Glauben eigentlich. Zumindest seine Aufgabe. Sag mal, ist die Decke da oben eigentlich irgendwie kaputt? Kann das sein?
Ja, die sieht so ein bisschen eingedrückt aus.
Ja,
ne?
Ziemlich dellig. Morning?
Did you finally wake up?
Alice's face looks different from usual. Is it because of what happened last night? Hey Alice, should I really defeat the Monster Lord?
Why would you ask me that? Asking me ridiculous things.
Sorry. I keep forgetting that she's the Monster Lord.
Oh, Luca, ey. But isn't defeating Monster Lords the only point to you heroes existing? If you want to be a hero, isn't defeating me your final goal?
Yes, that's true. That's also what Elias said. But I don't think defeating Alice would really be justice. Hero, huh? I wonder what I should do.
Follow your own road, the one you want to travel. You might be sidetracked sometimes, but you can't always have it your way in this world.
Huh? Aren't you going to just call me an idiot like always?
I'm not so one-dimensional. You don't think that my mind is consumed by thoughts of food, do you?
I did. At any rate, I'm starting to wonder about the true path of a hero. But I can't just sit here thinking. We need to finish our preparations here and head out to San area. I'll ask the king about what it means to be a hero. Maybe he can show me the path.